over in the Champions League with, of course, only one winner at the end of the season. Who's going to take full advantage this week as we enter the quarterfinals? First legs. We're going to take a look at it, all of it, next. That's right, folks, back once again with a prediction video. Today we're looking forward to the Champions League quarterfinals, first legs, of course. Who's going to take a big, giant step closer to that final? Of course, is it in Wembley? It's in Wembley, that's right. Who's going to get a little bit closer? We're going to take a little look in just a second. Of course, if you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button. Your one-stop shop for the Champions League is right here, boys and girls. Also, if you're new, hit the old subscribe. And of course, big shout out again to the VIPs, the patrons. You know who you are. But what we're going to do now is turn the clock back to the last 16, look at my second leg predictions and see how I got on. And of course, take a look at how you guys got on with the prediction league. So let's get into it before we look forward to those illustrious quarterfinals. So we go all the way back to what did we do here? Did we do both of these? I can't remember. We're just going to do these ones. Of course, Barcelona picking up a 3-1 win over Napoli. I went with a 2-0 win, played the booster, got 8 points on that. Meanwhile, Arsenal with a 1-0 win over Porto. I went with a 2-0 win, 4-2 win on the penalties for Arsenal there. Dortmund, 2-0 winners over PSV. Got the one spot on, 3-1 win. They go through on aggregate. And then, of course, bottom of the shop here, Atletico Madrid, 2-1 winners over Inter. I went a 2-0 win the other way. And, of course, aggregate 2-2. And Atletico Madrid winning on penalties. Just in case we didn't talk about this, we'll talk about this anyway right now. We got Sociedad did lose to Paris, 2-1 on the day. 2-0 win in my eyes, 4-1 on aggregate. PSG go through. Bayern, 3-0 winners over Lazio, 2-0 winners in my eyes. 3-1 win on aggregate. Man City, 3-1 win over Copenhagen. I went with a 3-0 win, 6-2 on aggregate. Job done. And again, Real Madrid with a 1-1 draw against Leipzig, 2-0 winners in my eyes, 2-1 on aggregate. So those were the picks. This is the table. 29 points for Nico ZT, flexing his muscles there. Hammond Jacob there with 28. Blassos, and then the rest of the guys there. Then all the way down into 18th. Again, I don't do the full Monty, and I should. We're going to quick look at this one here. Lewis, 36 points. Pin predict as well. Costas K, Hammond Jake, Fields. You see your name in there, smash your like. But the overall, the one we're looking at really is this one, and that is Nico CT 390, 37.7, also 390. We have a title race on our hands. Of course, Costas K outside of the top two, but within striking distance. And then of course the chasing pack. But just keep it on, guys. We'll keep on predicting to the bitter end. And if you might get yourself a big old Brucey bonus by getting the final spot on and nick it right at the death. Anyway, that's of course that. We are now looking forward to those quarterfinals first legs. There are 4 games on offer, 8 teams still involved, and of course don't forget there is a video on the channel which showcases who I think will go the distance and lift the trophy at the end of the campaign, so make sure you check that out. But of course that could all change, and it all rides on the outcomes of these quarterfinals, because if it works the other way and my team gets knocked out, then or my pick gets knocked out, then it becomes void. But I believe in my prediction, so let's get into it then, starting with a bit of a ding-dong. It is Real Madrid against Man City. It's coming at you on Tuesday, that's right. Let's take a look at this one then, shall we? Of course, at the Santiago Bernabeu, I've played each other 12 times in 2012. 4 wins for Real Madrid, 5 for Man City, 3 draws, of course. Madrid, 4-1 win the biggest score, 19 goals in 12 games, 1.58 goals a game on average. City, though, 4-0 with the biggest score, 22 goals in 12 matches, 1.83 goals a game on average. City on 83% form for them right now, unbeaten at least the last 6 games. In fact, they haven't lost it in the last 24 matches, according to my data. Meanwhile, Real Madrid, 83% form for them also, unbeaten in the last 13 matches, have not lost any of the last 26 home matches heading into this one. Last time around, over at the Bernabeu between these two sides, it was a 1-1 draw back in May 2023. It was the semi-final of the Champions League. Of course, the home side has not lost this game in the last 5 encounters. The last time the home side did lose was when Man City beat Real Madrid in the Bernabeu back in February 2020. Real Madrid on the back of a 2-0 win over Bilbao most recently. That was on the 31st of March. Man City with that 4-2 win over Crystal Palace on the weekend, of course. A quick look at how we got to this stage then, shall we? Of course, Real Madrid topping Group C over the likes of Napoli, Braga, Union Berlin. Man City also perfect record for them, just like Real Madrid, top of their Group G over Leipzig, Young Boys Bern and Red Star Belgrade. Of course, look at the odds to go the distance then, shall we? Man City are favoured here, 50-8 to go the distance. Real Madrid are third favourites at 6-1. But of course, the odds for this game held over in Spain. It is Real Madrid 9-5 for the victory, 29-20 is your Man City. 5-2 is the draw. I'm going to go with a bit of a tight one here. 2-1 win. It's the popular vote. 28% of the vote have gone with that. So I'm going to stick to it and see if we are right and if we're wrong. Meanwhile, Arsenal up against Bayern München coming at you over on Tuesday as well. This is probably, I might have to watch this game. Of course, played the 12 times, done 5 wins to Arsenal, 6 wins to Bayern. We got 1 draw, of course, the biggest win for the Gunners. 2-0 win, scored 17 goals in those 12 matches. 1.42 goals a game on average. Bayern, though, 5-1 win, their biggest, scoring 28 goals in 12 matches. 2.33 goals a game on average. They come into this on pretty bad form. 58% form for Bayern. Back-to-back defeats for them. Heading into this one, Arsenal, though, unbeaten in at least the last 6 games, winning 5 of the last 6. And they've won 6 home matches in a row. The last time I played in competitive action in London, of course, it was a 5-1 win for Bayern back in March 2017. That was in the round of 16 of the Champions League. The Gunners on the back of a 3-0 win over Brighton. So that's 1, 2, 3 clean sheets on the spin for them heading into this one. Meanwhile, Bayern on the back of a 3-2 loss to Heidenheim. They also lost to Klassiker, to Dortmund. It's not been a good couple of weeks for Bayern in this one. Quick look at how we got to this stage. Of course, Bayern did navigate a difficult group. That was Group A, top of the charts there. Of course, 16 points for them over the likes of Copenhagen, Galatasaray and Manchester United. Arsenal topping Group B over the likes of PSV, Lens and Sevilla. Of course, the odds to lift the trophy between these two sides is 5-1 as your Arsenal, a second favourite. Bayern are 9-1 to go the distance. They are fifth favourites, of course, at the moment. Of course, 11-8 on is your Arsenal to win this game. 3-1, of course, is the draw. 7-2 is your Bayern on this one. I think it's going to be another tight one here. I'm going to go with a draw. Point apiece or goal apiece. Puts it up for a tasty second leg in Germany, where Bayern, of course, will be a little bit more favoured to go the distance on this one. Meanwhile, PSG against Barcelona coming at you on Wednesday. I definitely feel this day is much weaker compared to the Tuesday's games. I think there's 2 highlight games on Tuesday. I think Wednesday's a bit of a meh game, which is actually quite good for me because I got a Blackburn Rovers game on that day. They should, though, of course, 11 times in 2012, 3 wins for PSG, 5 wins for Barcelona, and 3 draws. Of course, of the 2 games, this is the standout one. PSG picking up a 4-0 win, their biggest, scoring 21 goals in 11 games, 1.91 goals a game on average. Barcelona 6-1 win, their biggest, scoring 27 goals in 11 games, 2.45 goals a game on average as well. Barcelona on 92% form for them right now, unbeaten in the last 11 matches. Up against the PSG side, 83% form for them right now, unbeaten in the last 26 matches. They haven't lost any of the last 18 home matches heading into this one. Last time around, over at the Parc des Princes, it was a 1-1 draw back in March 2021 in the Champions League. Of course, PSG on the back of a 1-1 draw against Clermont Foot, of course, this past weekend in Ligue 1, with Barcelona picking up a 1-0 win over Las Palmas. They come into this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clean sheets in the last 6. Of course, the last time they conceded a goal was against Napoli in the Champions League, of course. So a quick look at how we got to this stage again. Barcelona coming out of Group H, of course, top of the charts. They're level on points with Porto, with, of course, PSG coming through the group of death. I think it was Group F, the group of death, something like that. No, yes, second place behind Dortmund, level on points with Milan, but just enough to squeak through in second spot there. Of course, quick look at the odds to lift the trophy at the end of the campaign. We got PSG 8-1 to go the distance. Barcelona are 12-1, of course. But the odds for this game over in La France is 11-10 on is PSG, 14-5 is the draw, 11-4 is your away win. That's Barcelona. I'm going to go with an away win here. I've got suddenly an urge to back Barcelona. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Barcelona, which may be complicating my end of thing prediction, but I don't know. I just think they're airtight at the back. They're not going to concede a goal against the PSG. It might be a 0-0 draw. In fact, let's go with a 0-0 draw here. Board draw, which is yeah, I'm changing my mind. That's it. That's what these predictions are all about. It's all about the hot takes, what you're feeling right about now. And of course, then we go into this one. It's Atletico Madrid up against Dortmund, coming at you over in Madrid. Of course, busy city it will be this week, with both Real and Atletico both in home action. They've played each other twice in 2018, 1 win apiece, of course. No draws so far. Atletico, though, 50% form for them right now, 1-3, lost 3 over the last 6. Up against the Dortmund side, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They're on 83% form for them right now, just 1. They haven't lost any of the last 9 away matches. They've got a winning streak of 3 matches away from home. And they've actually, it says 5, yeah, I don't understand that. Meanwhile, though, Atletico Madrid, 1-3, lost 3 over the last 6. The last time they played each other over in Madrid was a 2-0 win for Atletico way back in November 2018. It was in the Champions League. It was in the Group A, in the group stages, of course. Atletico on the back of a 2-1 win over Villarreal. Dortmund, though, losing to Stuttgart, a bit of a ding-dong affair at the top of the table in the Champions League race. A quick recap of how we got to this stage. Of course, Dortmund did go through through that group of F of death, top of the charts, over the likes of PSG and Milan and Newcastle, and of course Atletico coming through their own group, which included, if I can find it, Lazio final and Celtic. That was Group E. They topped the charts there. You didn't lose the game in the group phases. Of course, the odds to go the distance, Atletico Madrid are way out there, 12-1. So are Dortmund, 25-1. Both sides not really fancy, but of course one of them will make it to the semi-finals. Of course, the odds here, 5-4 on is your Atletico, 13-5 of course is your draw, 7-2 is your away win. Again, Atletico Madrid don't concede that many. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Atletico on the night, which of course will put them in the driving seat. And I think that's going to be my most likely result, 1-0 win for Atletico Madrid. So I'm going to back that one. And again, be sure to do that for yourselves, especially you guys compete for the prediction league. But that's my take on it, guys. And also, don't forget to check out the video who I think will go the distance and win the trophy at the end of the campaign. That's it, guys. That's all I've got for you today. Lots of stuff on the channel, playing up a little bit of catch up from last week, where it was a bit hokey cokey, but we're back full steam ahead. Lots of stuff coming on the channel. I'm going to be working behind the scenes on other stuff for the summer right here, right now. But until then, I'll see you soon. But be safe out there and keep on predicting.